What do you want?
What the f?
They hit that wall so hard, I thought they were going to come through the wall.
I'm UncivilLaw for Attorneys React. In today's episode, we turn our attention to an episode that occurred in 2021 where two officers violated a person's rights in a clear and dramatic fashion. Let's go ahead and get started with this.
This is Brittany. That was the neighbor right there. We're the ones that called. Wait. This is Brittany. She's the one that got hit. I live here. This is my friend Brittany.
There.
And then this is my neighbor that hit her. I wasn't even here. I was outside. I literally just saw you.
Banged on the door, or through the wall. Bam, 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 and I'm sleeping. Shut the f*** up! And so I came out and was like, what's going on? He busted all of my shit, my nose, my mouth.
There's no blood. There's no blood.
What was disturbing you? And he was like, shut the f*** up! Boom!
Black.
He's
Hispanic.
white.
Does he have hair?
Yeah.
Bald?
Gray hair?
Yeah, gray hair. He's an older guy. He's about this tall.
Okay.
That guy lives right there in that room. And that's where the wall would have gone.
He
You've
was
seen him
bang,
before.
bang, bang. That's what woke
I've
me
seen him.
up.
We just moved in here yesterday, but I saw him last night or the night before. I'm gonna put my dog in the bathroom, okay?
Okay.
What do you want?
What the f?
What's going on over there?
Put it down, mother.
So what we see here is that the man had apparently grabbed some kind of weapon to defend himself. So the police saw that in his hand when they arrived. But of course, they didn't say, police, open up, right? They just knocked on the door. They didn't say police. So what is he to think? Who's he to think is next is there based on the information? Is it the boyfriend? Is it the woman? He doesn't know. He's being woken up at the middle of the night. He grabs something to defend himself. The police tell him to drop it. He puts it away. So having determined it's police, he tries to comply. Okay.
Put it down!
Get on the ground, down!
Back up. Get out here right now! Get out here!
Get on the ground!
Get out here is not a lawful order, however. He's not under arrest. He's not required to go outside of his home. So get out here is not a lawful order. Get down on the ground might be. But at this moment, he's just talking to them. He's posing no threat. He's not behaving violently. He's not behaving belligerently. He's just standing there.
No. They hit that wall so hard, I thought they were going to come through the wall.
So the police, apparently deciding that the talking phase is over now, respond immediately by breaking out a taser and tasing him, which causes him to fall back. This is an unwarranted amount of force. The police cannot use this level of force at this time. They are not lawfully within their bounds. He is inside his home, where his Fourth Amendment protections are at his highest. He doesn't want to come out. He doesn't have to. He's not under arrest. Does he have to get on the ground? Maybe that's a lawful order, but at this point, they are not under any threat. We are not within the force escalation, right? So if we have basis to enter the home, which incidentally we don't have a basis to enter the home because all we have right now is a complaint that is not backed by any available evidence. She doesn't have any bruising. She doesn't have a broken nose. There's apparently not one drop of blood on her. There's no obvious sign of physical injury on her. That isn't to say that, of course, it didn't happen, but it is the amount of evidence that's available doesn't support the contention.
Okay. Party's unconscious.
Okay, so they're just manhandling him now. They're just dragging him out, manhandling him. No attempt to get a stretcher, no attempt to get EMS, no attempt to get him medical aid. They already banged his head against the furniture. They're just going to drag him out of his house. Okay, that's not the right way to go about this. And I can't help noticing you've also entered the house. So very bad on you.
207 taser deployed. Party deployed. Party came out with a machete.
Okay, and we can see also here, by the way, we've got the infamous knee on the neck. the knee on the neck. We've got our knee directly on his neck, cutting off his breathing. That's a genius move right there by the police. Not like they should know better.
Okay.
This is a little excessive, sirs. He's also he's still unconscious.
Sir. Talk to us.
Now the police are entering the home, assuming that they had the ability to enter the home to remove the man because of some sort of necessity. So assuming they had the ability to enter the home before, they no longer have the ability to enter the home, right? They can't enter the home because it's not a search incident to arrest. They're entering the home. He's not in the home anymore. They're violating the Fourth Amendment. They do not have probable cause to enter the home. This is an illegal search, man. These police suck.
Talk to me. Sir, talk to me.
Okay. The police go into the home to recover the machete and then throw it into the hallway so that it looks like the man had the machete in his hand and was threatening them. This is all on body cam, by the way. Genius move here, by the way. Genius move. But yeah, the police are just blatantly violating his rights. They're manufacturing evidence. They're framing him. They are violating his Fourth Amendment rights. They're interfering with evidence. They're obstructing justice. They're doing all the things. These are the most corrupt cops we have seen in a hot minute. This is real garbage.
That he's holding. That looks like a freaking.
Where did you find that? At the hunt court?
It was laying right there on the ground when I walked in. All right.
I did not get that down.
Not arguing with you.
I did not get that down.
All right. We're gonna sit up.
I did not get that down.
I'm gonna go down with you.
It was on.
You want him out of
top
cuffs
up there.
up here?
Did you go in my apartment and look for weapons?
Mr. Clark, you're gonna sit up straight.
Did you look in my apartment and look for weapons?
We don't need. They don't need to look at the apartment. It was here in the hallway.
That's what the EMT thinks. The EMT has every reason to draw that conclusion. That is the correct conclusion for the EMT to draw. Unfortunately, it's the correct conclusion because the police are manufacturing evidence against him, obstructing justice, violating his Fourth Amendment rights, both as it relates to search in his home and also seizure, both of the weapon and also of him personally. They invalidly seized him. All kinds of Fourth Amendment violations. Also, it's an attack against an elderly person. Also, it's aggravated attacks. Also, they're really corrupt cops. This is horrible. This is a horror show. These police should be ashamed.
How did you get in the hallway?
The hallway.
Put that motherfucking
over
shit
there,
down.
Yeah, so,
Put it down,
Yep.
motherfucker! Down!
so, yep, there it is up on the shelf.
Get out
There it is.
down.
And
Back up, back up, back up. Get out here right now. Get out here.
I hit that
Get on
wall.
the ground.
No. They hit that wall so hard, I thought they were going to come through the wall.
yeah, this is just reprehensible conduct right here.
What is going on? I've done nothing wrong.
Okay, so now we see the girl who initially made the report say, "Why are you questioning me?" with all the indignity in her voice. Why are you questioning me? Well, you are the complaining witness. So questioning you is kind of part of the deal. Why are we questioning you? Yeah, that's part of the drill.
What did I do?
What's that?
What did I do?
You punched that girl.
Huh?
Punched that girl and then answered
No, I
the door with a freaking machete, man.
Oh, no, that is absolutely false.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna stand you up.
I did not come after nobody.
Okay. You're dealing with me now. We're gonna go down to the ambulance so I can.
I was just in bed.
All right. We're gonna stand up on the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stand up.
I attacked nobody.
We're gonna sit on the ground.
I was just laying in bed.
All right. Sit back.
I did nothing.
Sit back.
Look familiar.
I messed up on top there.
Just sit, just sit.
I did not come at anybody.
Sit down.
The cops ask him a question, does this look familiar? Incidentally, at this point, not that we really need to add to the legal analysis, but at this point, he's obviously in custody, and now they're asking him questions. Custodial interrogation. Where's that Miranda warning on top of it? As long as we're looking for new exciting violations by the police, where is that Miranda violation? How many times can we violate the Fourth Amendment in this one incident? It's getting a little bit excessive at this point.
Swing your legs up. Swing your legs up. Sir, swing your legs up. Alright, feet please. Go into restraints.
Okay.
Yeah, so he had lost consciousness for 2 minutes and 23 seconds and was hospitalized with heart complications from the tasing, which led to other injuries by him. Yep, that's what happens when you tase a 75-year-old who's posing no immediate threat, who only came to the door with a weapon because you didn't say, police, open up, who put the weapon away, who was posing no immediate threat, and then you attempted to frame him by obstructing justice, interfering with evidence, violating his Fourth Amendment rights by going into his home, violating his Fourth Amendment rights by seizing the weapon, violating his Fourth Amendment rights by seizing him improperly, violating his Fifth Amendment rights by not giving him Miranda and asking him questions once he's in custody. And also, all this is completely belied by the fact that there is no obvious damage to the woman, so there's no particular reason to respond with this level of hostility. They didn't have objective indicia that would indicate to them that any of this is warranted. These police are just horrible, horrible officers. And it's just a great thing that we got it on body cam because we can see them literally doing all the things wrong, including manufacturing evidence against him. The next day, also, he had a stroke. This is what happens with a 75-year-old. So you tase him, he has heart complications. The heart complications cause a stroke, which caused further damage to him. You're responsible for all that, by the way. Of course you are. You're responsible for every harm that befalls what you did. So you tase him, causing the heart attack, or causing the heart problem, causing the stroke. You have to eat all that. That's all you. And what about Brittany?
I don't wanna go out there and beat his fucking ass. Like the fact that I got knocked out my face.
Copy.
So what's going on with her?
Over next door.
She got punched in the face.
Is she injured?
And the EMT says, is she injured? The EMT says no, she is not injured. No blood, no bruising, no objective indicia that there was an assault. Nothing. No ripped clothing, nothing. Again, the police have the right to investigate it, but they should have factored her state into the equation. If she had been bloodied, bruised, blood coming out, ripped clothing, that would be a completely different situation. But they didn't have any of that. Even the EMT confirms it. Very, very bad police. These are just the most corrupt police. They're horrible. They should be ashamed. They bring a discredit to the entire profession, and they're horrible, horrible people. The police officers' names, by the way, for the record, are Nicholas Hanning and Ellie Summers. Nicholas Hanning and Ellie Summers, formerly of the Idaho Springs Police Department. They're horrible, horrible people. I hope wherever they're out there, they're enjoying the infamy that they have rightly deserved by their corrupt, blazing violations of this guy's fundamental rights.
Blood was all over their freaking place. And he was just like, yeah, learn to mind your own business. I will not. Because I'll take this into my own goddamn hands.
Now, she was also arrested or previously convicted of fraud for lying to the police. So, maybe not the most credible witness in this equation. Also, the fact that she has no obvious signs of bruising and all the rest of it. Yeah, maybe you should have factored some of that into the equation. Yeah, that would have been good.
No, absolutely not. But he comes over here and he fucks with me one more time, I have a right to carry. You walk into my dwelling.
She also has been previously charged with felony aggravated domestic assault. So she seems like maybe she might be the aggressor. Again, This all could have been information the police could have found out if they had just run her name through the system, right? They could have run her name, but they did all of a 90-second investigation just by taking her word for it, literally just her word for it, because again, no bruising, no tears at the closing, no blood, no obvious signs of trauma. EMT says no signs of trauma. If they had done any investigation at all, maybe they could have found out that she is maybe not the most reputable witness, also just by literally looking at her. But for some reason, they didn't do that and then responded in a completely hideous, onerous, and completely unconstitutional way. They should obviously be ashamed. Nicholas Hanning and Ellie Summers, wherever you are out there, I hope you burn for this because you deserve every last bit of infamy coming your way from this atrocious treatment of an elderly person. You are both horrible, horrible people.
You're done, fool. Done. And that's why. But yeah, if I came at you like that, I would go to jail. Yeah, you got bond.
No. If you came at him like that, you'd be in trouble too.
Just to add further fuel to the maybe she's not the most credible person in the world file, in 2012, she was also charged with attempted murder for stabbing her husband in the neck with a kitchen knife. Again, this might have been information that we could have found out if we'd done any sort of investigation at all.
Oh no, I serve a lot more than a fucking let me get a bond. He'll be out tomorrow. Me, on the other hand, sliced his throat for ever doing something like that to me. I'm a prisoner.
Well, slicing a throat's a little bit different than punching you in the face.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to argue with you, all right?
Tomato. So I
Tomato,
went around
tomato.
there, and I was like, hey, so I'm your neighbor. I just moved in here today. Is everything okay? And he was like, shut the f*** up. And I was like, I'm really not doing anything.
I'm okay.
Right in the face.
Where's any blood on her shirt? Where is her shirt torn? Yeah, not so much with they popped you right in the face. I'm not buying this, ma'am.
10 walks in here, and I'm like bawling my eyes out, blood all over the. And
Oh, yeah, now she's gonna cry.
Don't call the cops, and I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna handle it myself.
But probably a good thing that Tim called the cops.
Absolutely. But at this point, when you touch somebody like that, when you hit somebody like that,
You
who
get
did
charges.
nothing to you,
That he's getting charged.
you should.
Yes.
And he better go under. And if I see him back here, you both are going to see my face again.
Real quick, I just wanted to say that Attorney Tom / Attorney Reacts content is now on Spotify. We just launched a partnered show, link in the description. Go check it out. Now, back to the video.
Yeah, I think she's a compulsive liar. We may very well see her face again. She's just a horrible, horrible woman. She's a horrible person. She does the white woman tear thing. It's really atrocious. The police apparently have no critical thinking skills. They can't observe that the woman isn't hurt. They respond in a completely inappropriate way against a 75-year-old man who's posing no threat to them. So that truly was something disturbing to watch, wasn't it? But it did result in a $7 million settlement from Idaho Springs. According to the lawsuit, and the evidence, of course, would back that up from the medical records, Mr. Clark suffered a stroke, a subdermal hemorrhage, permanent cognitive impairments, and loss of nearly all independence as a result of the Idaho Springs gruesome attack and mistreatment. His attorney said that he will never again be able to drive a car, cook himself a meal, or even walk down the street with his grandchildren, and is wheelchair bound as a result of the incident. For the parts of the police officers, Officer Hanning was originally charged with a felony assault of an at-risk adult. Despite the objections of the family, however, Hanning received a plea deal of misdemeanor assault. He was sentenced to 2 years of supervised probation plus 120 days of home monitoring and 150 hours of public service. The other officer, Summers, resigned after a reprimand, just a reprimand, mind you, in the use of force incident. But as to that particular officer, as it might not surprise you, it was not the first complaint against her. She had previously pointed a gun at a woman's dog and stopped a deaf man from running a stop sign and using a taser on him. So they're both just absolute pieces of work. So at least some justice came his way, but it's never enough because he suffered permanent harm as a result of absolutely nothing. What an atrocious train wreck of a show by these two officers from Idaho Springs. Just absolutely reprehensible. Just the most deplorable things I have seen in quite some time. Until later, my friends, I've been UncivilLaw. Remember to invoke your rights out there and stay safe, people. I hope until next time you're well. Until next time, cheers and goodbye.
Big verdict.